LangOps, the AI-powered localization shift you need to know. Welcome to Localization, localization news you can use, your go-to source for the latest insights on translation, language technology, and global communication. Today, we're taking a deep dive into LangOps, a revolutionary approach that's transforming how companies manage language at scale. Say goodbye to outdated localization methods. LangOps is data-driven, AI-powered, and strategically embedded into business operations. We'll explore how it's reshaping workflows, turning language into a key business asset, and creating new opportunities for professionals in the industry. From real-world case studies to the latest innovations in AI-driven translation, this is your ultimate guide to LangOps. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss this. LangOps is shaking up the way we think about localization. It's not just about translating websites or marketing materials anymore. It's about integrating language into the core of business operations. AI and big data are driving this transformation, making communication more dynamic, real-time, and adaptive. Take a moment to imagine a gamer in Australia who speaks Arabic seamlessly, chatting with a player in Montreal who speaks French, all within the same game. That's the level of multilingual interaction that LangOps is aiming for. It's far beyond traditional translation. It's about ensuring real-time, fluid exchanges without language being a barrier. To make this happen, companies are shifting towards AI-driven solutions. One of the key principles in this movement is try AI first. This isn't just a concept, it's already reshaping the industry. AI-driven quality assurance is moving beyond traditional human review, and even something as basic as translation memory is being completely reimagined. Instead of relying on static databases of past translations, AI can now analyze an entire company's content, regardless of language, and use that data to improve translation accuracy and consistency. The implications are huge. Hyper-personalized chatbots trained on company-specific data, real-time translations that adjust to the nuances of a conversation. These aren't just future possibilities, they're happening now. It's not just about making content available in different languages. It's about ensuring the content is meaningful, relevant, and culturally aware. Another big shift is in how companies approach customer understanding. The goal isn't just to translate words, it's to truly grasp the cultural and contextual needs of different linguistic audiences. This ties into continuous localization, which has become far more feasible with AI automation. Businesses are now translating content that used to be considered too fast-moving, like social media posts or user-generated content, allowing them to respond to trends and customer feedback almost instantly. Even major corporations are moving away from traditional quality assurance models. Instead of relying solely on human reviewers, they're using AI to analyze user engagement and feedback to determine translation quality dynamically. This marks a major shift from static pre-approved content to an adaptive, data-driven approach, one where language evolves in real time to better serve global audiences. LangOps is, at its core, a completely data-driven approach. It's all about using data to make smarter decisions, optimize processes, and ultimately enhance the customer experience. But a transformation this big doesn't come without its challenges. One major issue? A lot of companies still treat localization as an afterthought. That's exactly the mindset LangOps is trying to change, moving away from seeing language as a barrier and instead recognizing it as a strategic asset. For this shift to happen, executive buy-in is critical. Leadership needs to understand that language isn't just a box to check. It's a key driver of growth and customer satisfaction. Without support from the top, it's difficult to break down the silos that often exist between localization teams and other departments. And that disconnect can prevent companies from fully leveraging the power of LangOps. It's funny, some language service providers think LangOps is just a rebranding of localization. But that misses the point entirely. This isn't just a new name for an old process. It's an entirely new approach, one powered by automation, AI, and a focus on strategic integration. It's about embedding language into business operations from the start, rather than treating it as an add-on. And with all this AI and language technology comes a whole set of ethical considerations. The regulatory landscape around AI is shifting fast, with different regions adopting their own governance frameworks. It's a complicated issue with no easy answers. But one development that's particularly interesting is the rise of open-source large language models, like DeepSeek. Open source AI could give companies more control over their data and might even help address some of the ethical concerns surrounding proprietary AI. More accessibility means more organizations can leverage these tools, but it also means responsible use becomes even more important. That's why training employees on ethical AI practices is crucial. It's not just about the technology itself, but how it's used. AI has the potential to make communication more inclusive and dynamic, but only if companies approach it thoughtfully. Looking ahead, there's a lot of excitement about where LangOps is headed. Many are anticipating the development of dedicated LangOps platforms, systems that go beyond traditional translation management to include automated content creation, chatbot integration, data mining, and more. The idea is to have all the necessary tools for managing language strategically in one place. To make that happen, orchestration technologies will play a crucial role. These technologies will be key in connecting the various elements of LangOps, ensuring seamless workflows, and making it easier for companies to integrate language into their broader operations. It's a shift. It's a shift toward a more interconnected, intelligent way of handling language. A future where businesses can engage with their global audience more effectively than ever before. And it's not just about big corporations. LangOps is making it easier for companies of all sizes to harness the power of AI and data-driven language management. From everything we've seen so far, this isn't just another industry buzzword. It's a fundamental shift that's already reshaping localization, and its influence is only going to grow. But here's a key question. What does all of this mean for localization professionals? The rise of LangOps brings both challenges and opportunities for those working in the language industry. For anyone navigating this new landscape, there are a few major takeaways. First, LangOps isn't about replacing humans. It's about empowering them. Translators, interpreters, and language experts, your skills are still in high demand. In fact, human expertise is becoming even more valuable. As AI takes over more of the repetitive mechanical tasks, professionals will have more time to focus on things that require creativity, cultural nuance, and critical thinking. Transcreation, stylistic adaptation, and ensuring the tone and message truly connect with the target audience. Those are areas where human intuition is still irreplaceable. So rather than eliminating jobs, LangOps is shifting the focus of human work. That means localization professionals will need to adapt by learning new skills. Understanding how to work alongside AI tools, interpreting data analytics, and managing complex workflows will become essential. In other words, becoming more tech-savvy and data-driven will be a huge advantage. The people who embrace these changes will be the ones who thrive in this new era. And it's not just about individual skills. Organizations need to adapt as well. Localization teams can no longer operate in isolation. They need to integrate more closely with departments like marketing, product development, and customer service. Breaking down these traditional silos is crucial for making LangOps work effectively. This isn't just about translators learning new software. It's about companies rethinking their entire approach to language. For LangOps to succeed, strong leadership and a clear vision are necessary. Businesses need to see language not just as an operational necessity, but as a strategic function that impacts growth, engagement, and customer satisfaction. That shift requires both executive buy-in and a willingness to experiment with new technologies. This shift in language management is still evolving, and like any major technological transformation, there will be bumps along the way. But that's also what makes it exciting. We're at the beginning of a new era in localization, and how this plays out is ultimately up to the people who embrace it. That's exactly why it's so important for localization professionals to be actively involved in this transformation. Asking questions, sharing expertise, and helping shape how LangOps develops. The future of language isn't something that's just happening to the industry. It's something that language professionals can help define. And that brings us to some of the specific challenges and opportunities that come with LangOps. The shift is happening fast, and it feels like we're only scratching the surface of what's possible. One key theme that keeps coming up is the need for a more strategic approach to language. It's no longer just about translating words. It's about understanding the deeper nuances of language and how it can be used to meet specific business goals. One concept that really stood out in the discussion is language intelligence. It's the idea of using data to understand how language is being used. what resonates with different audiences, and how to optimize content for maximum impact. That's a big departure from the traditional way localization has been handled. Instead of treating language as a simple conversion of text from one language to another, LangOps is about analyzing the meaning, intent, and effectiveness of communication itself. This is where AI, and specifically natural language processing, NLP, plays a crucial role. NLP is a branch of AI that helps computers understand and process human language in a more sophisticated way. Rather than just translating text word for word, NLP enables systems to analyze meaning, tone, and intent. That's incredibly useful for things like sentiment analysis, which allows companies to gauge how customers feel about their products or services based on how they talk about them. Given how important customer feedback is today, that kind of insight is invaluable. Another major factor in LangOps is content orchestration. This isn't just about translating words, it's about managing the entire life cycle of content, from creation to localization to distribution. The goal is to ensure consistency, relevance, and engagement across different languages and cultural contexts. And it's not just static content like websites or brochures. It includes real-time dynamic content, social media posts, chatbot interactions, and even immersive experiences in virtual reality. This is where AI and automation become absolutely essential. The sheer volume and complexity of content that needs to be localized in today's digital world is overwhelming, and traditional manual approaches just can't keep up. AI-driven workflows are helping companies manage and scale this process more efficiently. A great example of this in action is how Netflix is using AI to personalize sub-different audiences. Instead of relying on generic translations, they're factoring in cultural context, viewing habits, and even individual preferences to make subtitles more engaging and relevant. That level of personalization would have been impossible just a few years ago. It's a clear demonstration of how AI is making language technology more adaptive and audience-focused. And the best part? This is just the beginning. As AI continues to evolve, we're going to see even more groundbreaking applications in LangOps. The way companies approach language is being completely rewritten, and for those willing to embrace the change, the opportunities are endless. And as AI and automation continue to improve, it's becoming even easier for companies to adopt LangOps. It's an incredibly exciting time to be working in language technology. We're witnessing the beginning of a massive transformation, with LangOps leading the charge. Now, theory is great, but what really drives the point home is seeing how companies are actually putting LangOps into practice. It's not just a concept anymore. Businesses are using these principles and seeing real results. One case study highlighted a global e-commerce company that applied a LangOps approach to streamline their translation and localization workflows. The impact was huge. They were able to launch new products and services in multiple languages much faster than before. In today's fast-moving business world, that kind of speed is a game changer. By automating much of their workflow and integrating language tools directly into their content management system, they eliminated bottlenecks and significantly improved efficiency. Another great example comes from a major software company that used LangOps to transform its customer support. They implemented a multilingual AI-powered chatbot that could handle customer questions, troubleshoot issues, and even escalate complex cases to human agents when necessary. The results? A big boost in customer satisfaction scores and a reduction in the time it took to resolve support tickets. It's a perfect example of how LangOps can have a direct impact on a company's bottom line by improving customer experience. But it's not just for big corporations. LangOps is helping businesses of all sizes. A small startup was able to expand into new international markets quickly and efficiently by leveraging a LangOps strategy. Without the massive resources of a large enterprise, they turned to cloud-based translation platforms and AI-driven automation tools to streamline their operations and keep costs low. That shows how LangOps isn't a one-size-fits-all model. It can be scaled and adapted to different business needs. And the innovation isn't slowing down. The world of LangOps is constantly evolving, with new tools and technologies emerging all the time. One of the latest developments? The rise of low-code and no-code platforms for LangOps. These platforms let users create their own language workflows and integrations without needing deep technical expertise. That's a big deal because it means that LangOps is becoming more accessible, allowing people without a coding background to take advantage of these powerful tools. The bottom line? LangOps is already making a huge impact, and as technology continues to evolve, its potential is only going to grow. Absolutely. LangOps is making these powerful tools more accessible, allowing more people to play a role in global communication. And given how connected the world is becoming, the demand for sophisticated language solutions is only going to increase. LangOps is positioned as the perfect answer to that growing need. This entire discussion has been incredibly insightful. Hopefully, it's helped clarify what LangOps is, the potential it holds, and how it's already transforming the way businesses handle language. It's clear that this isn't just another industry buzzword. It's a fundamental shift in how language is perceived and utilized in the global market. For those in the localization industry, LangOps presents both a challenge and an opportunity. It's a call to embrace new technologies, expand skill sets, and approach language in a more strategic way. And for companies, it's a chance to harness language as a real asset, one that can strengthen customer relationships and open doors to new markets. There's no doubt that this is an exciting time to be part of these changes. As LangOps continues to evolve, staying informed and engaged will be key. The more we understand and adapt, the better we can leverage language as a tool for growth and connection. So, keep learning, stay curious, and be ready to ride this wave of innovation, because the future of LangOps is just getting started. That wraps up this deep dive into LangOps on Localication, localization news you can use. We explored how this data-driven transformation is reshaping localization, making AI and automation indispensable tools, and opening new opportunities for language professionals and businesses. We discussed how LangOps streamlines translation workflows, enhances customer support, and integrates language as a core business strategy. The future of LangOps is unfolding now, and staying ahead of the curve is key. Want to keep learning? Visit .locnuku.com for more insights, trends, and expert analysis. See you next time.